This doesn't make sense to me because as time passes for Mixer, it's gonna pass for Twitch as well. And believe me, Twitch isn't gonna sit there and not make any changes to their platform. They're constantly growing and changing. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of This Week Today with CuriousJ, where we talk about gaming and streaming news. I'm your host, CuriousJ. I do appreciate y'all being here. Let's get straight into this week's episode, guys. I'm like super excited about it. So I know I've mentioned this a few times already, but for a while we've all been worried about where popular Twitch streamer Summit1g would end up. There were theories that he was going to Mixer, and as many times as his viewers would ask him about it, he would usually give a very vague answer about where he would end up calling home for his channel. Well, now we'll no longer have to worry. Twitch has re-signed popular streamer Summit1g along with JoshOG and Dakotaz. The terms of the contracts were not disclosed, though we know they are multi-year content deals, so we won't have to worry about them going anywhere anytime soon. Combined, the three streamers have more than 11 million Twitch followers. Summit has more than 5 million followers, making him one of the top 10 most followed streamers on Twitch. Dakota is sitting at 4.3 million followers and JoshOG at 1.73 million followers. So all three big streamers, all really good at what they do, guys. Michael Aragon, Twitch's SVP of content, said in a statement, "At a time when community is paramount, these creators are a core part of Twitch's mission to bring people together, and we're excited to continue our partnership as we build the future of gaming and live entertainment." However, they aren't the first set of streamers to be signed to stream exclusively with Twitch, though. As we talked about previously, Twitch re-signed Dr. Lupo, Tim the Tatman, and Lyric last December, and in March they re-signed Dr. Disrespect and Pokimane. And it really feels like this was all made possible by the huge move that Ninja and Shroud made to Mixer last year. As much as they are missed on Twitch, their decision to move to Mixer started a huge movement of streamers being signed to different platforms. To name a few more, Twitch also lost CuriousJD and Valkyrie to YouTube Gaming, and Disguised Toast and Karina Conf to Facebook Gaming. So the moves have been being made, but I'm just glad that this also kind of put Twitch in a position where they had to lock down some of their more popular streamers, and they've been doing a good job so far. Guys, I personally love seeing all these streaming platforms, how they're growing, the moves they're making. I do wish that Mixer was doing a little better for itself, but there's still plenty of time for the platform to grow. With all that said, I couldn't be more excited about Summit1g staying on Twitch. Shortly after the announcement was made, Summit1g got to finally talk about it on stream and mentioned how he felt like a huge weight had been lifted from his shoulders. I'm definitely glad he stayed, and I'm sure the rest of his viewers are too. In other news, speaking of growth on Mixer, Shroud seems to think that Mixer will be more successful than Twitch in the long run. Honestly, I'm not so sure about that, but we'll see, right? In a YouTube video published on May 23rd, Shroud shared his thoughts on the battle between the two platforms. While he admitted that Mixer is still lagging behind, he thinks that people just have to be more patient. To quote Shroud in his video, he says, "Twitch has been around for longer, therefore there's more people there, so a lot of people don't think of the long con. They don't think of the long play, they just think of the short-term play. So if you take Twitch and Mixer, of course Twitch right now is doing so good and continuing to do so good because they have something. People who have started on Twitch 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, if they started that long ago, they probably have a good foundation. When you're creating a streaming platform, you really just have to sit there and wait. Like truly, that's what you gotta do. And Microsoft's perfect because Microsoft's huge. They have the resources to just sit there and wait. That's how I know Mixer has a very, very good chance to succeed." Don't get me wrong, I love Shroud, I really do. He was one of the streamers I loved to watch when he was on Twitch, and I even downloaded the Mixer app on my phone when I heard he was making the switch. I'm not really sure I can agree with him on this one though. He's basically saying that all the platform has to do is wait. That if people just sit there patiently, they'll watch Mixer grow bigger than Twitch in the long run. This doesn't make sense to me because as time passes for Mixer, it's gonna pass for Twitch as well. And believe me, Twitch isn't gonna sit there and not make any changes to their platform. They're constantly growing and changing. Twitch isn't what it used to be 2-3 years ago, and I'm sure it'll have some big differences in another 2 or 3 years. Microsoft really needs to sit down and reevaluate Mixer and make some serious changes if they want to see their platform grow. Like I said before, I really want to see the platform grow. I don't have anything against Mixer at all. I've even considered streaming there myself. I'm just not sure that Mixer will beat Twitch at the streaming game anytime soon, if at all. If anything, I can see YouTube gaming or even Facebook gaming beating them to the punch. They already are. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like, what kind of changes do you think Mixer can make to better their service? I'm interested to know what y'all think. And last but not least, Blizzard Entertainment will not host its annual BlizzCon event this year due to the coronavirus pandemic. The event is usually held later in the year, with BlizzCon 2019 kicking off on November 1st and concluding on November 2nd. In early April, Blizzard announced that it was uncertain about hosting BlizzCon this year. Despite canceling the convention, Blizzard may be looking to hold a virtual event in its place, which is the route that a lot of other cancelled events have been taking, and it seems to be working so far. The popular fighting game tournament EVO will be held virtually this summer, and an unofficial E3 2020 replacement has come in the form of Summer Games Fest, with a slew of games news slated to be unveiled all summer long. BlizzCon is just one of the many video game conventions that has been cancelled this year as a result of the pandemic. QuakeCon, Gamescom, and Tokyo Game Show have all been cancelled too. The biggest gaming event of the season, E3, was cancelled back in early March. It's hard to say where we stand as a country as far as the pandemic goes. The virus is definitely still affecting many lives all around the world, but it also seems that things are slowly going back to normal. But I mean, is it too soon to feel that way? I mean, I'm glad that these major events are still taking the people into consideration and canceling for now, knowing that, you know, there will be money lost, but still they have, you know, the people in mind. Not having everyone in a crowded room should help stop the spread of the virus and hopefully allow all these events to proceed next year as they normally would. So I guess we'll see, right? Only time will tell. I know we didn't talk about games in this episode. I was just so excited about the streaming news and I really wanted to talk about it. There are a lot of games coming out though, so keep an eye out for those. Some games that I'm excited to try out myself are Minecraft Dungeons, Phantasy Star Online 2, and the return of Valorant on June 2nd with the new agent and the new map. I'm super excited for that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this week's episode, guys. Thank y'all for sticking around. If you're watching this on the YouTube VOD, if not, we'll have it on Spotify usually the next day. Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, anywhere you can listen to a podcast, it'll be there. I do stream on Twitch. My new schedule seems to be working just fine, which is Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. We start around 10:30 p.m. Central. Twitch.tv/CuriousJ. Go drop a follow, turn those notifications on, catch me when I'm live. We talk about a lot of this live, and I do enjoy chatting with you guys. If you like what you see at all in these videos, like, subscribe. It really helps me to continue to make these, and you know, I greatly appreciate any love and support you guys can show. Till next time, guys, y'all take it easy, stay curious, peace.